In the heart of Maryland, Kilmar Abrego Garcia built the kind of life most immigrants hope for. A devoted husband, a father of two, and a hard-working apprentice training for his journeyman license. But beneath that American dream was a dangerous flaw, one that would tear his family apart. Abrego Garcia was born in July 1995 in the Los Nogales neighborhood of San Salvador, El Salvador's capital, according to a court filing from 2019 seen by Newsweek. His mother ran a business selling pupusas, a traditional Salvadoran dish of griddled flatbread, with the family all helping out. He testified then that when the Barrio 18 gang realized the business was making money, it tried to extort his mother Cecilia with rent demands. If she couldn't pay, the gang said Abrego Garcia's older brother Caesar could join the gang instead. The family paid the money and hid the boy, eventually sending him to the U.S. The gang turned their attention to Abrego Garcia, then around 12 years old, following him and continuing to make threats to the wider family. They eventually sent him to the U.S. as well in around 2011 or 2012, at just 16. Kilmar fled the violent grip of El Salvador's gangs. He arrived in the U.S. in 2011, seeking asylum and a future. In 2019, a U.S. immigration judge granted him protection from deportation, ruling he had credible fear of persecution. ICE never challenged the decision. Legally, Kilmar could stay. But in March 2025, with Trump at the helm of chaos, ICE came anyway. And on March 12th of this year, ICE caught up with Abrego Garcia again as he drove his stepson home. He had thought it a routine traffic stop, but the officer was an agent with DHS when his wife arrived. Finding her husband in handcuffs, an agent told her that his immigration status had changed and he was being taken away. Despite the court's ruling, they arrested Kilmar, accusing him of MS-13 ties, the same claims a judge had already dismissed. Just 3 days later, he was deported to El Salvador. ICE would later call it a mistake. But for Kilmar and his family, it was a devastating violation of due process and human dignity. His wife saw him in a photo from inside one of the most feared prisons in the Western Hemisphere. Amid hundreds of prisoners' shaved heads, bare chests, she recognized the scar over his eye, the tattoo on his chest, his face. His legal team moved quickly. They filed emergency motions. They demanded answers. And while the Trump-era DOJ admitted the deportation had violated federal corridors, they initially refused to bring him back, saying they had no jurisdiction to retrieve him. Vice President J.D. Vance said in a post on X, responding to the liberal podcaster John Favreau, that Abrego Garcia was a convicted MS-13 gang member with no legal right to be here. But justice wasn't done yet. On April 4th, U.S. District Judge Paula Shinnis issued a stunning ruling. The U.S. government had violated Kilmar's constitutional rights. The deportation was illegal. The judge ordered the government to bring Kilmar back and gave them a deadline, April 7th. For Jennifer and their children, it's been weeks of silence, heartbreak, and not knowing if they'll ever see Kilmar again. But now there's a chance, a narrow, powerful chance, that justice might fight back. April 7th isn't just a Monday. It's a test of accountability, of compassion, of whether a government will admit it's wrong and fix it. Will the U.S. bring Kilmar Abrego Garcia home? Or will another promise of justice fade into the silence? This story isn't just about one man, it's about all of us. So share it, talk about it, and demand that justice be more than a word on paper.